Hello, Lori Lane-Zucker, founder and CEO of Impact Entrepreneur, here at the Global Impact Investing Network's annual forum in Copenhagen, Denmark, and I am sitting with David Stead. David Stead is a correspondent for Impact Entrepreneur, as well as somebody who's very active in the space in a variety of ways. David, welcome, and tell me a little bit about your involvement in Impact.
Sure. So I've been involved for a number of years. Ever since my days of, investment banking a long time ago, I thought there would be a better way of doing things with a greater focus on the sort of social, environmental side. And it's really taken me a number of decades to get to the point where I'm actually advising in this area. I'm really working with a number of boards to try and get them to focus more on the impact of what they're doing and lead the way in their particular sector. So, the GIIN is a great way of coming together with like-minded people, learning about the latest things going on and trying to apply some of that, in my work.
What geographies do you generally focus on in your work, and where are the companies that you're advising?
Yeah, the companies tend to be international, but I guess my focus is mainly UK and European. But obviously, the world is so connected that I don't think any of us can be too parochial in this.
Are there specific sectors that you are most passionate about?
Yeah, I guess with my background, it's the professional services sector, so working with law firms and consultancies, and in part with the education sector as well. So I work with a number of business schools, trying to help to get these sorts of issues onto the curriculum. And we talk about, developing the leaders of the future, but what does that really mean when it comes to the contribution they can make to areas like impact and ESG and so on?
So there's a lot of discussion in the impact investing world about the so-called 2030 agenda, this urgent necessity to transform many of the systems that operate business, finance, and other systems in a really profound way in order to meet these huge sustainability challenges and goals. How do you, where we are in 2023, looking forward another 7 years to 2030, how do you think we're doing?
Well, I've just come out of a session where there was a vote, and I think one person out of about 1,000 said we were going fast enough. So I think it's pretty clear that we need to accelerate the solutions that are required to transition us to a very different sort of green economy, for example. How to do that is, of course, a difficult thing, and trying to raise the finance at a time when governments and others are strapped for cash. I think, from what I've seen in my experience, it's really a question of getting genuine buy-in from the top down, and get the chief executive and the boards involved and engaged, and, get them to set, not just to make pledges, but get them to create a plan that delivers the sort of positive impact that we've been talking about and will talk about over the next couple of days.
Well, I hope you enjoy the conference, Dave. Great to see you.
Thanks, Laurie. All the best.